What's up, everybody? My name is Erin, and welcome to the Mad Maker Studio. It's been a hot minute since I uploaded a video, but after clocking in all those hours on Cooking Companions, I just did not know what to do with myself. But I saw this game floating around, Slay the Princess, and it checked all the boxes for me that I like when I look for a game, which is interactive fiction, multiple endings, branching dialogue, choose your own adventure, choices matter. I love all that stuff. I'm going in completely blind. I have resisted the urge to watch other people play the demo. Did I mention that? This is the demo. But I can already tell that we are in for a treat. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, okay. Oh, the background moves. Oh, that's neat. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Is there more? Oh. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolucion. Walk towards the cabin, turn around and leave. Oh, these are a lot more options than I was expecting. But for my very first playthrough, I feel like I want to ask just to get a little bit more background info. But I fully intend to slay the princess because I want to approach this as someone who's been very specifically chosen and assigned to take on this task of slaying this princess. Like, they shouldn't be sending in a dummy who's easily swayed, you know what I mean? I want to go in as if I've been fully debriefed on the severity of the situation. I understand how crucial this is. But should I follow along blindly like that? Or what I'm trying to get at here, I don't know how many options I'm going to, or how many times they're gonna let me go through everything. And some of these say explore, and then these other ones don't. So maybe these are like direct actions. Let's get a little background information. The end of the world. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. Okay,
good. So explore, I'm going to assume we can go through all these options, and then by the time we get down here, where it doesn't have the explore, then we could take those actions. Oh wait, these are different. Whoa, my bad, hold up. All right, let's work our way down. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Yes, and I fully intend to follow through. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Don't worry, Mr. Narrator, I fully intend to follow through. I just want to give my 5 viewers a little background info, if you please. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she is going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Okay.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
I'm a professional. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? It depends on which princess you're talking about.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
I mean, there's a hurricane on the way. I've got things to do around the house. I've got my other job than this. Can't someone else do this? I'm a little busy.
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules.
See, I'm the only one qualified for this mission.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Understood, narrator. Okay, forget it. I'm not doing the Okay, I want to ignore these last two options because again, first playthrough, I want to be fully compliant with the authority figures that have entrusted this mission to me. Because I'm a by-the-book kind of girl. Look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Walk towards the cabin. I want to believe that these slightly different affirmations will yield different results, but I don't think so. Okay, I'm sold. I've been entrusted with this mission. I'm gonna see it through to the end.
Good. As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Sorry, I just want to appreciate the moving background again. That's such a little detail, and I love it.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Again, I'm gonna do this by the book. By the book that I've been given and entrusted with. By the almighty king, queen, the narrator, the omnipotent being. I'm gonna follow through. I understand what's at stake.
We're not gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slave.
I did not consent to delivering this amount of dialogue. I thought I was very clear that I'm gonna do my job.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, so that's a little weird choice for me because it's making me feel like when we get in there, I'm separate from the hero character. So the hero character could potentially act without my consent. He could go rogue, and I wouldn't have any control over that situation. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Now, why would they leave the weapon here? As the hero character, I'm assuming I'm a knight. I don't know. I just feel like I would already have armor and a sword on me when I go into this house. So why is there a separate dagger on this table? That bothers me.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Again, why this specific blade? I mean, I'll take it with me. You're giving me equipment.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement. I love the black and white.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
It's commanding. Almost as though she's the one in charge down here.
To me, it kind of sounded like she was concerned.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Again, I'm gonna be professional about this. Okay. Hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. No, I know I'm here to kill you. I'm gonna continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I would say yes. This is just based. She's a princess, sure, but again, and also, how did they get her here? That's also a potential concern. Who, if she's really such a threat and so dangerous, who was the one that reined her in to carry her far away from civilization into the woods and down into this basement enough to get a shackle around just that one wrist? Is that all they could manage, or is that all they had? She's clearly a threat if they took her far away, because that looks like a pretty isolated cabin.
Focus on the task at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
Or something, I guess. The narrator, I got your back. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No, I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steel your nerves and step forward. Now, do I want to approach this as just a silent killer? But if I respond to her, that's giving her another opportunity to reply and potentially manipulate the situation. So maybe I keep my mouth shut. Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
You see this dirty look she's giving me? Ma'am, clearly you couldn't do your job. I'm just here to do mine.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I'm a professional.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
That's my issue, okay. That's on me. I made assumptions at the very beginning of the game that I was debriefed fully on the situation, and I was given the tools I would need to carry out my assignment. I assumed I was a knight with armor who already had a weapon on them. Now I'm worried I have no armor whatsoever. I'm probably a village bumpkin who farms potatoes or something.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I'm assuming that we have to take care of this now, because even if we leave her here chained up like this, she could still escape on her own because she's that powerful. I don't know. I need to play the game, but as much fun as I have playing the games that I play, I really do. I also really love speculating. Just imagining all the different possibilities. Again, because this has multiple endings, there's just like, ooh, which way is it gonna go? Which path down the tree am I gonna follow?
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade, slay the princess. I gotta show my resolve. I'm probably gonna not get out of this alive. But I came here, ma'am, I'm sorry, I came here to do a job.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Is that where we needed to stab, though, to be affected? Okay, look, what is this arm? It looks like my skin. Is that armor? I'm covered in feathers? Like, what?
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
I guess. I don't know.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming, but I have to wonder.
Oh, she's too calm. I don't like that.
Do you actually believe this
Nope,
was
I did
enough
not.
to kill me?
I did not for a second believe that was enough to kill you, but that was what they gave me. So, narrator, I'm very disappointed in you. You sent me in here very ill-equipped.
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
She probably will be. She'll probably be fine. I don't know what kind of monstrosity is here. But also, now I'm fixated on the fact, not only did you give me an unsheathed, strange dagger, you gave me a dagger, a close combat weapon. To slay her wasn't necessary for me to get up close and personal with her. I'm just saying.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has one more trick, some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think she was so confident. She's got to have a trick up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
How do you know? Well, it doesn't. First off, if she is some kind of ethereal supernatural being or has some kind of like otherworldly ability, I don't think the actual trick up her sleeve, or are you just making fun of me by asking me to check her sleeves? I'm starting to dislike the narrator. I carried out your will, apparently. Reward me.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Now who do I report this to?
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Did killing her unleash the monster? Is the narrator secretly our enemy?
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, sorry, the voice of the hero and the narrator sound way too similar, even when I'm looking at the text of who's speaking, because they sound pretty much exactly the same, it's messing with my mind. Alright, let's leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Side question, am I getting paid for this?
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of space.
Yep, I don't like that.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I feel like I was the one sent here to die, and the narrator is part of some occult BS. Yeah, that's BS. Let me get out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping to get a better ending for Save the World. Honestly, I was expecting us to leave the cabin, find the nearest pub. First of all, find out if I was getting paid for this, and then collect the money, and then go to the pub. And then maybe hit up some friends, talk it out if I can't. I don't know. Yeah, I feel betrayed. I think that was the point.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
And you're speaking for me now? Maybe you're the one that had the grudge against the princess.
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Hell nah. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Of course we are. I like it here. Nah, if there's one thing, if there's another type of game I stan, it's escape the room games. So, let's try to find a way out. I'm honestly very surprised that this game is still going.
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
Look outside. What have we got to lose?
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Oh no. If we pull the blade out, prediction time. I pull the blade back out. We retrieve the blade. The world may go back to where it was. Again, this is also like a very unique cabin. Like specifically made for transversing dimensions or alternate universes. But we take the blade out. The blade might be the only thing suppressing the princess. So if we take it out, sure, we get back, but then the princess threat has returned. So I think we were sent here to die, to stay in this cabin. And what's so special about this blade that the hero knows precisely? Hero man. If you knew what that blade was, you knew the properties of it and came to this conclusion that quickly, and you kept that information from me? Excuse you.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out.
Whose side are you on, narrator?
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to, like, pull me down either end of the spectrum. The narrator and the hero seem to be on opposite ends, and they're just, like, playing tug-of-war with me.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
How? Use how? I'm doing big assumptions, speculations this time around. Just was not expecting that going into this. I for sure thought the ending would have already passed and we would have moved on and restarted again. But this is good. This is good. I like this. It's the element of surprise. But take the blade and use it how? We've already used it to stab the plunge into the heart of the princess. I'm assuming taking it out, my prediction, just based on what happened when we put the dagger in, is if we take the dagger out, we get out of this weird space-time rip. We are back in the forest, perhaps on an alternate timeline. It's going to be like a butterfly effect thing, maybe. It's gonna be the same but different. And the princess she'll still be alive. That dagger was not enough to kill her. So what else can we use this blade on, if not the narrator? I want to stab this dagger into other things and see what happens. Not just the princess heart, because we've already done that. We saw what happened. I want to experiment a little bit.
Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? I don't know about that. Anything to get out of this hell. You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer. It feels like what the narrator wants me to do. This feels like what the hero wants to do. And I'm vibing more with this because there's only so much a person can take before, you feel like you would rather die trying than not at all. I'm going to pick this up, but I want to see what the response to this would be.
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
Whoa, back up, narrator. I wasn't planning to use the blade on myself. Is that what the hero's intentions were?
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
And that can drive a person crazy.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. I'm not risking death over your weird hunch. Anything to get out of this hell. You're right. I like that when you click on explore, it presents additional dialogue options because you've been given new information. All right, I'm gonna stick. I said this is where I was gonna go. I'm gonna stick it. Anything to get out of this hell. We gotta try something.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
I'm in a one-room cabin. Haven't been down back in that basement. I've got one table, no chairs, no bed, no blankets, no entertainment, no books, no TV. Call this bliss? Excuse you. Is this what you find blissful? Because I could believe that.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Okay, what else is in here?
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
That concerns me.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
See, I'm like a bird man. Oh shoot, what are those Japanese folklore mythology creatures called that are the birdmen? Tengu. The Tengu. Am I a Tengu? I would have preferred to stab other things in the cabin before myself, but this is the choice I made. I'm gonna have to follow through with it.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Achievement. The real princess slaying starts here. Oh my. Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay. This is a way more involved demo than I thought it would. I like that it loops back to the beginning here. Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh. Okay, not right at the beginning. It's different. Ooh, I love this. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us has been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Oh no, we've got 3 voices in our head now.
Oh, is there another one of us in here?
Oh, devs, game devs, I'm so invested right now. I want to apologize for not playing this sooner. I'm so down for this.
I've always been here. I've just gotten a little louder. And I'm ready for all of us to have a marvelous time. Just stay focused on the task at hand.
I don't know if I can. There's so many crazy things happening around me right now. It's gonna be hard to focus. You trapped me here after I slew her last time. I'm not going to play long this time. Sure, I'll handle her, no problem. Lie. Ooh, we have an option to lie. Yep, okay, definitely going to slay that princess. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Silently proceed to the cabin. Screw this, I'm getting the hell out of here. Turn around to leave. Oh, this is so... This is a demo. It is blowing my mind that this is just a demo. How more involved can this be? Oh my gosh. Whenever this gets released, I promise to pay full price for it. I'm so invested. And any and all DLC, like soundtrack and art, but I'll buy it all. You've won my heart, game devs. And again, how intertwined are all these dialogue options? I want to do all of them, but it's just the pressure of what do you want to do first? So everything up here is leading us to the cabin. You know what? As far as I can tell, I don't even know if I'm a human. I don't know if I was getting any sort of compensation for this faux civic duty. So I'm gonna flip him off real quick. I'm flipping the bird and say, screw this. I'm getting the hell out of here. I don't owe you bitches anything.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Nope.
Do you even know where you're going?
Nope, don't care. Oh no, is this gonna be an illusion of choice? Okay, fine, you're persistent. I'll go to the cabin. I'll slay the princess. Ugh. That first answer is more like me because I go, ugh, all the time. So we're in a second iteration. Now, if we go to the princess, will she remember that we slayed her? That could be a problem. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going, the cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna walk in the opposite direction now. No, I'm gonna be honest. Nope, I don't know where I'm going and I don't care.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I feel like I'm stuck in a Stanley Parable situation now. I've been given an illusion of choice. Again, I need to stop assuming things because I thought for sure the turning around be like, nope, I'm out of here, not doing it. That would be like an ending, and it's not. Turn around again and leave again. I'm just gonna wind it back here, but I got to try.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
And narrator, you're just a voice in my head, as we've discovered along the way. You're just a voice in my head. You're no storyteller. That's above everything. What agency do you think you have over me? I don't care, I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. See, was I kidnapped? Am I doing this against my will? Was I not the best person for the job? You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Quietly continued down the path. I'm gonna be firm.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
And if you had an ounce of decency, you would give me more information so that I am fully understanding of the situation.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go in the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm just going to keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. I'm tired of your BS, narrator.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
And if it was that important, you should tell me why.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Oh, everything's backwards and there's a cabin!
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Is there a princess in every cabin?
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin. The cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Oh my god, I love this. I love this so much. I just finished watching Monument Mythos, and this feels like Wonderland.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
And apparently you care more about withholding information than you do about our supposed lives. If you have that much self-preservation and you are a part of me, I think you would want to share that ASAP.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
We wouldn't have been in this situation. I'm gonna be salty to you, narrator. I'm gonna keep pushing it. We wouldn't have gotten into this situation if you were just upfront with everyone.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Okay, and how? In what way? How does the world end? You want to impart that on us? Strange. Chapter 2 again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh my gosh, it just keeps going. That wall is different, right? I wasn't there at the very beginning.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Did we get a new voice? Okay. I'm gonna save here. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll stick around for the rest of it, because again, I'm thoroughly invested in this now. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye!